It is time to play the scary game. Oh, this is gonna go so wrong. What the? Chapter. When cursors or coincidences, how are the conjunctions inside your solidifying? Look forward to whether those conjunctions will waver or become a cornerstone in this scenario. Difficulty is worse. You'll probably not even be able to make conjectures. Start. Did I just hear a kid laughing? What the? Snake in the well was happy, for it did not care what was outside the well. Snake in the well was happy, for it had not to do with what happened outside the well. And you were happy too, for you did not know what happened outside the well. Oh, that's poem about ignorance, I guess. Work of fiction. Was it not real? 1983, the early summer of the 58th year of the Shonen era. Shonen Jump era, yes. It was a very humid day, huh? Not even a slight breeze was blowing. It had been an unpleasant summer, one that wasn't only hot but sweltering so. There were various articles of clothes hung out to dry in the messy apartment. Open windows, but the lack of wind evoked an impression far removed from coolness. In fact, it only felt more oppressive. There were crooked houses and apartment buildings lining the narrow, twisting road. Woohoo! In addition, there were planters and flower pots whose content were beginning to wilt. As well as bicycles and motorcycles on the side of the road make it even more cramped, more oppressive, and all the more sweltering. Nobody who was in this place at this time was visiting it voluntarily. That sounds fun! But in spite of what everyone might expect, a single motorcycle came rolling in. The lone motorcycle, which couldn't be called neat, even as flattery, pulled up to a two-story apartment complex and stopped there. A man fairly old and wrinkly stepped off. Wait, what? I thought we were kids. When the housewife hanging out the laundry noticed him, she called out, "Well, hello, dear. It's quite hot today again, isn't it?" "Oh, you got that right. Feel like I'm gonna boil out here." "Oh, ho, ho. All right, landlord. I didn't think that would be the first thing you'd say." "Oh, sorry. Fluorescent lights, right? I completely forgot." "No, not that. Don't you smell it? There's a terrible smell about. I've been smelling it since this morning." "Wait, what's this? It reeks. What the? Did the sewers get backed up again?" "There's something about it, landlord. I've had to keep my nose plugged all day long." "You still look plenty lovely plugging your nose, my dear. Ho, ho, ho. The fuck is going on here?" Unhygienic drainage channel running behind the apartment. The lattice from which it flowed was stuffed with branches and fallen leaves, and filth got caught up in them. It created an awful stench in the summertime. "Could you tell them municipal officer about the... What the fuck's a municipal? This rain will end up buried at this rate." "Well, yikes. It's completely blocked. It starts to back up if you poke it with a stick." The man crossed the fence over the drainage channel and picked up a filthy drying pole sitting nearby. He must have planned to stick it into the drain and clean it out. Wait, landlord, stop that. If you makes it all strange if you do that. What? Makes it all strange if you do that. It will smell terrible. It smell if it's clogged and smell if it's mixed. Which should I choose? But when are we gonna meet me? He shoved the drying pole into the filth in the lattice. Of course, it did nothing to help the accumulation of waste. Gah! It's a dead cat. It's the health center's job. Cats and dogs smell awful when they die. I'm pretty sure most animals smell horrible when they die. It's called decomposition. A bamboo pole's not going to do much good. Garbage bags, old clothes, they threw all kinds of stuff in there. And is that a dog I see? Well, of course it stinks. The nerve of some people. The fuck, they threw a dog in there? What the? The drainage channel was already unsanitary. There was a little more garbage at this point. The stream of such imprudent people was never ending, and now this channel had turned into a garbage dump. When he poked the pile of old clothes floating in the sewage, a black cloud of smoke floated out in the water. The two of them grimaced at the terrible, bizarre, and repulsive sight. Ah, we got maggots, I must have thrown kitchen waste in. Landlord? What's that? What? Just more garbage. Landlord? That's... what the... Oh, hello. Good work today. What a terrible stench. Hey, someone covered this thing in with a tarp. Oh, from the second floor of the house, it's in full view. Identity of the deceased unknown. Sex female. Age estimated to be late 20s or early 30s. Time of death about 2 or 3 days ago. He was probably abandoned after death. Naked too? Figuring out who she is will be rough. Attack the community division and ask if anyone's gone missing. They probably weighed her down so she'd stink. Then the weights came off and she floated to the top. But why in a drainage series of all things? I mean, you wouldn't really question it if it smelled from there. So, I mean, pretty good logic actually. Would have been better under an overpass or in the mountains, you know. Yeah, but that's far away. And would have been outside our jurisdiction, right? But it looks like they never wanted to hide the corpse at all. Did they do it so she would be found? As a warning or something? What are they warning about? The slice in her stomach definitely wasn't from a fish eating her. It was cut open and her insides were dry. Okay! They really made a show of killing her. Doesn't the Chinese mafia do these sorts of traditional punishments? Ask Shiga-san in section 4 if he's had any trouble with Yakuza. Honored, sir. What a terrible way to go. Hey, don't the innards poking out like that look sort of like the salad soap you can get in Kyoto? Is that seriously the first thing you... What? Maybe if you stuck chopsticks in, noodles would pop out, see? This dude is weird. What the Please give me a break. Her tendons were pulled out and her ears and nose cut off. What the What? 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 That's definitely not how I want to go. Fingers are in a bad state too. There are long nails stuck in all of them on both hands. What kind of torture was this anyway? What the... What? 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 This is weird. So we just found a completely destroyed body, huh? Game? I think we're gonna be introduced. Ding-a-ling-ling. Most relaxing time during the school day. Lunch for sure. Everyone brought their discs side by side like always and we all ate together. Oh, how lovely. Oh my. Mian-san, if I may say, your lunch looks quite appetizing today. Why does she sound so, like, proper and, like, well-behaved? There's so many different things. It's wonderful. Toga and Rika-chan looked at Mian's lunch, shouting gladly. Let's have a look. Whoa. I just packed in some leftovers from last night. All the elders were having a drinking party at my house yesterday. I managed to nab some of what they didn't eat. So that's why all of it looks like snacks you could have with sake. They are but leftovers, mere scraps of food. But when arranged in a bento box, so cleanly they look impressive. Looks like part of a full-course meal at a high-class restaurant. People seem to have decided if they like things mainly based on their first impression. I mean, yeah, that's why I don't like you. Your first impression scared the shit out of me. So I thought maybe the taste of a bento would be proportional to how pretty it was when you opened it. You may seem unrefined, Mian-san, but you are positively splendid at arranging food like this. My room is nice and tidy too. Mi-chan is a lot more organized and polite than everyone thinks. It's all the same once it's in your stomach. Yeah, basically. I'd have thought that Mian would say something like that, but to think she'd had this kind of taste. You can't judge a book by its cover, it seems. Mian was careful in everything she did. Are you sure it's not Shion? She never misstepped, faltered, or messed up. Okay, I'm doubting it's actually Mian now. She is a club president after all. This is nothing to scoff at either, Rina. Your crab can a book of flower is very pretty. You know, Rina, your lunch always has like an art to it. Like it has rabbit-shaped apple slices and carrot flowers and stuff. Rina's pencil box wasn't all about taste. It was like she always put her heart into it or something. Yeah. Pathetic. Wasn't just good, it made your insides all nice and warm. Thanks. It's not quite as good as Mi-chan, but I wanted to make it really cute. Cooking isn't about skill, it's about love. I mean, no matter how much love I put into it, if it's burned, it's burned. In that sense, I don't even come up to your feet. Love, huh? Yeah. Just from looking at a bento, I would definitely feel that Rina put her heart and soul into making it. That's what a bento was like. Taste isn't all that counts for a bento. How it looks also matters. Okay. I suppose you must learn from this too. Well, let's see. So Soka and Rika-chan up and coming bento. Whoa. Ta-da! Yesterday our neighbor shared some meat with us, so we ended up grilling it for our bento. Those ones too, they had such an impact. We were bursting at the seams with grilled meat. Oh, that sounds good. I glanced it was too impactful for a girl's bento. But when you thought about eating with all your friends, it brought more than enough color to the table. Whoa. At first it looks like the kind of crude bento that a jerk would eat, but there's so many different things in here. Like boiled spinach and soy sauce and stewed hijiki. Okay. Rika-chan, you're really good at this kind of unaffecting cooking, huh? Yep, I think Rika-chan will make a great wife when she grows up. I have a tight hold on my future husband. Who's that? A husband for Rika-chan, huh? First that sounded appealing, but it did, but I felt like a married life with her would be anything but normal. Regret. But really, everyone was amazing, and then there's me. They're all so young, and yet they're all capable of cooking for themselves. I would sort of cook whenever I went camping with my family, but making lunch every day was a level I definitely couldn't reach. I would only really cook in my spare time, because I'm lazy. When I thought about it, it really made everyone stand out more. Why is my music so quiet in this game? Music. That's at least something. It's better, I think. I thought about it like that, it really made everyone stand out more. Frankly, I respected them. Huh? Look, maybe this doesn't only apply to other people. Come to think of it, this morning, when I was eating breakfast half asleep, I think my mom was saying something really important. And what a hysterical, and I suddenly stood up, startling everyone at once. She didn't make my food. What's wrong? Oh god, she's gonna start saying that again. Say it like that. You'll make us choke if you shout like that so suddenly, you know. There's rice coming out of your nose, Toko. What the? I'd forgotten. All this stuff about cooking for yourself. It applied to me too. What? So I don't have any food? I'm screwed? Kaiji, your mom and dad needs to go to Tokyo again for business. Yeah. I'm sleepy. Your dad's mentor fell ill right before an event he was taking part in. It's a very important event and they need someone to fill in. Well, that does what he has to do for his job, I guess. So your dad and I, you see, we need to go to Tokyo as fast as we can to help with the event. Yeah, sure, whatever. We might have to stay there for a few days depending on what happens. So, god damn it. That sounds annoying. While we are gone, we won't be here, so... Oh, really? What's next to water sweat? You'll need to make your own meals for yourself. You okay with that, Kaiji? I mean, it doesn't change anything. I'll be fine. Humans can do anything when they're desperate. Accurate? Is that so? That's a relief. You can at least cook rice, right? I mean, come on. Even I'm not that bad. And you can make miso soup as well. Okay, that one's a bit more complicated. Then you just buy some side dishes and you'll have a meal. I mean, I could also buy like instant ramen. A meal, huh? Yeah. I can cook rice with my camping kit. Never used a rice cooker before. I only ever made instant miso soup that you make in a pot of boiling water too. Well, I'll think of something, I guess. If you can cook for yourself, then you don't need much money, do you? No eating out, it's too expensive. You're at the age where you would learn about cooking and personal finance now, after all. Yeah, whatever. I'll survive, I guess. If I'm lucky. No, panic! I won't survive. What was I thinking? I was half asleep and made such crazy empty promises. Just like manga characters always do at times like these. I bent over backwards and scratched furiously at my head. Panic! Katie-kun, your parents sure have it rough. Anyway, you need to keep things in order while they're gone. Wait, I told you guys that? Anyway, food. My parents aren't here. So I have to make it all by myself, you know. This is a huge emergency. Should you not simply give up and cook for yourself? Kaiji-san, did you not make a fabulous curry dish for the curry party previously? Listen here. My mom taught me how to cook the curry when we camped, and it's the best I can do. I can't eat curry 3 meals a day. I mean, take a slice of bread in the morning and then curry for the 2 other meals every day. That's fine. I mean, it's just junk food in the first place. Hey, are you trashing curry? Fair enough, I don't like curry. There's no nutrients balance whatsoever, and it's just completely... It's stupid. Shh. Yeah, so put their hands over my mouth. A moment later, the door rattled open, and Chi-sensei, a known curry maniac, suddenly poked her head in. How did she hear? Did I just hear someone bad-mouthing curry? Huh? we didn't say shit, bro. Calm down. Everyone's faces went totally white, and they all shook their heads in denial. Eyes rolled over the class, and her glance wasn't just a teacher's ordinary stare. Is that so, huh? Must have been the wind? Yeah, the wind. Chi-sensei gave one more look like around the classroom and closed the door and went back to the teacher's lounge. How did she hear us? I've been shouting, but for her to hear it from all the way across the hall, the teacher's lounge. That teacher's fucking scary, bro. Kaija, you can't dispatch other foods, or you can dispatch other foods all you want, but you might want to stay away from curry. At least as long as you live in Hinamisawa. Okay, I'm sorry. That's what I said, but I can't have curry for every meal. The cup ramen is good because you only eat it once in a while. If you ate it for every meal, you'd get bored of it pretty quickly. I mean, they're different like spices and like whatever. Rice and miso soup and a good side dish. Yeah, that's what a Japanese table should look like. And often like some meat. Why can't you just try and cook for yourself? Rice you make yourself in really good. You make for yourself is really good. This softman thinks it's more pain than good. I mean, you just like heat up water and like put the bag in. But experiencing it every once in a while might be nice. That's right, life is all about experiences, right? Why does she seem so normal? I don't feel good about this. But when you cut your fingers or burn yourself, it's so sad. So very sad. No. With everyone encouraging me like this, I started to feel like maybe I could do it if I tried to. Though approximately one person didn't sound like she was encouraging me. Cooking is a skill I'll have to learn at some point. I want to live on my own one day. Pfft, pathetic. Maybe learning now wouldn't be so bad. I'm pretty uneasy about it, but you're right. If I don't understand how to cook a few things around here, then I won't be in a good shape the next time our club does a cooking showdown. You are correct. A clever trick of yours is the last curry contest won't make every time after all. Wait, so how much of the previous games are canon for this one? Like, what? If the scoring means that Togo ridicules my comeback from a hopeless situation in a certain do-or-die curry showdown. And what are you so relaxed about? You relied entirely on Higurashi back then, didn't you? What did you cook at that time exactly? You put a bag of salt in Rena's curry, a bag of salt in Mian's rice, and you flipped over my pot. I relapsed into my grudge over the last curry showdown, and now I count my unquellable rage by pinching Satoku's ear. Ow! Ew! My attack was because that's what they were doing for club. I may not look like it, but I can do a little bit of cooking. Can you now? Even when you couldn't peel one carrot during the showdown and had to get Rika to do it. Don't be so daft, bruh. People get better every day, you know. If you think I'll always be crummy at cooking, then you're quite mistaken. Right, Rika? Sure, whatever. I have to watch or else I get worried about the pot on the flames. Sometimes you forget to turn the gas off too. Wow, purple guilt. Everyone bursts into laughing. Wow, she's so pathetic. That shouldn't be an issue with cooking. Even I would never do that. I don't want to hear that for someone who eats nothing but cup ramen. Why is my cam like weird? Jesus. Why? Why is it like this? But Satoko, you can cook pretty well for yourself, you know? Rina is fine. It's fine, you don't need to force yourself to cover up for her like that. No, I'm not trying to cover up for anything. It's just that Riki-chan's cooking is by far the best of all of us, so hers doesn't stand out. Yeah, sure. Satoko has mastered the basics too, right? I mean, boiling water doesn't get you that far. At the very least, I can cook rice and miso soup. You can't quite tell the difference between cauliflower and broccoli, though. Yeah, different colors, bro. What the? They're both the same anyway, once you boil them. Togo erupted into anger, making two fists and swinging them above her head. Everyone laughed a lot after that. Everyone, so pathetic. The others don't matter. I cannot stand being laughed at by you, Kaishan. Perhaps I do lag behind everyone else in terms of cooking skill, but at least I'm confident I'll never lose to you as a Togo. That's for you at least. Oh, wrecked. Oh, what was that? You have the gall to say you're confident? That's what I daft here. I might not seem like a good cook, but I can take turns with Rika, you know. Huh? I can cook just fine by myself, thank you. Yeah, whatever you say, girl. Good for you for being able to cook. I'll buy some candy for you as a present later. I patted the dog on the head while I made fun of. Oh. Doga seems to know I was making fun of her too, since her face went bright red very, very quickly, and steam started to pour out of her like she was a kettle. The tea's ready. You don't believe me, do you? Not at all. Anyway, I can cook far better than you can, Kai-chan. Sure. Then if you can tell me the difference between cauliflower and broccoli, I'll believe you. Come on, let's hear it. Broccoli is green. The green one is broccoli. Oh, no, the yellow one? Cauliflower is blue, red, green. Come on. Seriously, it's literally just a color. What color is broccoli? Blue, red, green. It's not a television. Come on, say it. Say it. Vtuber can cook just fine without knowing the color of broccoli is, right? Good for you. Good for you. I made her cry. What the? It was nothing to cry hysterically about. She was so goddamn cute. I stroked her head so hard as I could. Ruff, 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 ruff. If you're going to act so smug when you can surely show us something far better than Vtuber. I mean, I know the difference between cauliflower and broccoli. Remarked me and giving me just a slightly mean smile. Actually, well, I had no confidence at all in my cooking. But the situation carried me along and I decided to deliver an impressive declaration. Just you wait. Tonight I'll make the best darn meal you've ever seen. I mean, I'm not gonna cook for her, am I? I'll even make a little too much and pack it for lunch tomorrow. You'll be so surprised you'll fall over. Wow. That sounds like fun. I can't wait for lunchtime tomorrow. Higurashi patted me on the head. Don't feel bad for me. Her words of can't wait sounded so transparent. Rina is excited too. I promise I won't laugh no matter what you make. I feel personally attacked now. Alright, so maybe I'll go all out and on my bento tomorrow too. Oh, dying. Then let's do this. Let's have a bento showdown tomorrow. As a club activity, of course. And we'll throw in a punishment game too. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. My, what an ingenious idea that is. How's that, Kaiji-san? I'll give you one chance to back down. Toko wiped the tears and snarled at me. If this was a chance to turn things around. Maybe this is bad. I feel like maybe the conversation is getting pretty out of hand. If I apologize, now's my chance. What came out of my Kaiji Marubao's mouth was a statement of so reckless, it even frightens me. Sure. Yeah. Bring your best. I mean, bring something. My bento tomorrow will knock you right off your shoes. Whoa. Raised our voice in surprise at my bold, confident reply. Oh, I've done it. What have I done? I'm so irresponsible. God damn it. I'm screwed. So Mian-san, what sort of fantastic punishment game will we have to play if we lose? Also, how do we like evaluate? Because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna vote for myself. Vtuber grinned fearlessly, as if to say that it was already decided I'll be playing that fantastic punishment game. Go. Let's see. Okay, how about this? Whoever loses tomorrow's bento showdown during lunch break tomorrow has to go up to Chi-sensei as she's eating in the teacher's lounge and say bad things about curry. Can I just commit seppuku instead? I think that's painful. Mi-chan? That's... Ow, terrifying. Everyone went pale and gasped at how truly terrifying the punishment game was. Chi-sensei is such a maniac about curry that she'd risk her life for it. And to go up to her and start saying bad things about it? That's a risky one. What kind of fate would await you? Just trying to imagine it was scary. And as everyone looked blankly amazed at the terrifying punishment game, Higurashi spoke. Tomorrow's contest will be decided by skill. Rina and Mia and Satoko, everyone nodded deeply in agreement. Shit. Although Kaiji-san's problem might be on his own dinner tonight rather than tomorrow's bento. Oh, how disappointing that you can't witness what an amazing dinner I'm going to make tonight. Yeah, I'll let you have a glimpse of it in my bento tomorrow, so look forward to it. There's quite a lot of grandstanding. You do know what will happen if you come to us with something terrible, right? I just can't wait how much trouble you'll be in with Chisan tomorrow. Chisan-say. Yes, I can't wait either. To see you, Kaiji-san, crawling before her and begging for forgiveness. Saying it all with tears streaming down your face. Is it still legal to hit students in the 80s? Yes, I can just see it now. What was that? Both of us on the verge of tears pulled on each other's cheeks. Stretch. Oh, that's adorable. Trying to master all your desperation by placing yourself in a predicament. Kaiji, that's so manly. I know I'm pretty fucking awesome. It's okay to fall for me. That isn't manly or anything of that sort. It is called being reckless. He can't even cook well. I know the difference between broccoli and cauliflower at least. Rina believes in you. I'm looking forward to your wonderful bento. I'm not. I'm looking forward very much to seeing Kaichan tomorrow as well. The expected gazes were painful. I was just trying to tease the Toko a little. How did it come to this? Yeah, you better be prepared. Oh, I'm so dead. I'm so dead. How was I able to say such reckless things? Wait, can we confirm that the Toko doesn't just get some food from Rika? What the heck is going to happen at my dinner? And the bento showdown tomorrow? No, more importantly, what if they make me say bad things about Curry to G-sensei's face? What will happen to me? You'll die, bro. The extreme contrast between my outward bravado and my internal screaming continued as the hot and humid June afternoon dragged on. I'm so dead. I don't want to die. The entire day, up until school was over, the whole time, my meal tonight and my bento tomorrow were the only things on my mind. Probably for the better. And now that I thought about it, it made Mom seem amazing for planning 3 meals every day of the year. I mean, is breakfast really that complicated? I've complained before about having the same meal in a row once in a while, but now I know how rude that was. Mom, pardon me, what am I gonna do about the punishment game tomorrow? And besides that, what am I gonna eat tonight? Oh. Katie-kun? Katie-kun? Sorry, I was just thinking about stuff, you know, yeah. About what to make tonight? Yeah. About the bento showdown tomorrow. Yes. She hit the mark and I couldn't find anything to say. And my facial expression made obvious the fact that she hit the mark. For tomorrow's showdown, I think that if you do your best to make a bento, you'll be fine. There's nothing superior to a bento you tried really hard to make all by yourself. Tomorrow's showdown is one thing, but what about dinner tonight? I might suddenly get food poisoning. I'm dead, but I couldn't make any more bluffs. I exaggeratedly dropped my shoulders and heaved a sigh from the bottom of my gut. God damn it. Mina laughed in a shrill way when she saw me do that. Kaiji-kun, you don't have any confidence in your cooking at all, do you? No. So I've been found out, huh? I mean, I didn't really hide it that well. It looks like you can't do it no matter how hard you try. You can always give Rina a call. Really? But only if you try really hard first, okay? Okay, I'm gonna like make a mess of the kitchen and then record her. You can't rely on others without first struggling yourself. Rina seemed naive, but sometimes she was instructive. It didn't just spoil people unconditionally. Rina always seemed like an adult at these moments. If I absolutely can't do it, I'll call you. Though the chances are extremely high. You know, because I suck. Go for it, yay! You were grandstanding so much, Satoko-chan, that you have to try your best. Okay. I'm gonna enjoy this music a bit more. No. But Satoko, how good is she at cooking? She's at least better than you. Well, fuck you too. That was so direct. It hit me pretty hard. You were making fun of her a lot too. Maybe you should have to struggle just a little, huh? Rita, you're pretty mean. That's a nice way to put it. Rena isn't all cute, all cute. Now that I provoked Satoru that much, I couldn't just make some crummy bento. I can't believe how loose-lipped I am. Ow, for. That hurt. Okay, bye. Good luck. On the cooking. Show everyone that you can do it if you really try. Yeah. I wave my hand absently in response. Even me with words of encouragement and a few pieces of super beginner advice, Rena disappeared past the trees. Okay, so the sharp end of the knife is what I use for cutting, right? Okay, good. I think I can make it. No. Oh. Something? Fine, I'm desperate, so what? I may not know the ABCs of navigation, and I have neither a sea chart nor a compass. But still, one idiot is taking on the ocean of the great cooking age alone. His name is Kaiji Marbara. Lego. Time to cook. My enthusiasm is peerless. Energy and recklessness was all it took. I could take over the world. Why do I feel like my fucking character is way more animated right now than it normally is? This is weird. However, there are plenty of things in the world that can't be achieved with resolution alone. Cooking was probably the top contender. Therefore, even if it was hastily prepared knowledge, I wanted something to help me. I made up my mind and fished through the kitchen cabinet. Okay. I was on the hunt for a cookbook. Oh, that makes sense. My mom should have had a few of them. For a complete amateur like me, the first thing I needed was information. Just like he who would cross the oceans needed a compass. For me, a cookbook was absolutely indispensable. Oh, here's one. It's worn out, wrinkly covered, made it feel somehow reliable. Okay, as long as I got this. It's easy to give it a shot and to think about it, right? Anyone can concoct the taste of a gourmet chef as long as they have a cookbook. Confidence, I guess. Cookbooks are great. They tell you how to fuck up. And as such optimistic thought filled my chest, I flipped through the pages, and they're all blank. However, it played with technical terminology like toys. Just couldn't see how to actually make things. You knew it all along, Kaiji Marbara. If anyone could make delicious food by just reading a book, then there would be no such job as a gourmet chef in the first place. First off, it calls for 3 teaspoons? But which... Okay, seriously, he does... Oh my. And it keeps saying to use however much you like. Oh god. How much exactly are you supposed to use? Stop using such obscure expressions. Strain out the water in a colander? Add salt and pepper to taste? Like, what is that? What is seasoning? What the heck is a colander? And strain it out like stretching? You can't stretch water droplets like meat. Besides, how much salt and pepper is that supposed to be anyway? Are there any beginner-friendly guides in here? I won't do any good to yell. Cool off, Kaiji Marbara. Think calmly. For now, I'll leave the side dishes until after. The rice is more important. I have to cook the rice or I can't get started. Yeah, I know a little about how to cook rice. I mean, didn't cook it with my camping kit when I'm camping all the time for nothing. I'll wash the rice, and that should be enough water. And which switch is it? Is it this button? The lamp turned on. Yeah, fully automatic rice cookers are one of the 3 sacred treasures after all. Now pleased by the rice cooking set, I pulled myself together and decided to take on the miso soup next. The miso soup I made at day camp was all the instant kind after all. Well, it would be fine if I just melted the miso into hot water, no doubt. I'll boil the water and put in the miso. I mean, that sounds like a start. Huh? How much should I put in? Let's see, use the proper amount according to the number of people and your taste. Yes, enough vague expressions. Fine, I'll put in a proper amount. I'll crush the bag of miso in my fist and put half of its content into the pot. Isn't there like this should fit to like 5 people or something, like serving size thingy. Was this really okay? Maybe this was a little too hearty. They do say miso soup is best when it tastes strong. Come to think of it, my mom's miso soup is also a little thin. Maybe I like it better with this much in it? I said it out loud as if trying to convince myself. Convinced by my own words, I nodded to myself. Alright, the rice and miso soup, probably. Fine, next the side dish. What should I make? Something I could make that would add color to the meat? That's it. Why don't I stir fry some vegetables? You can eat vegetable raw too, and they won't die just from a little bit of fire. I was so cute then, not realizing that the level of thought had fallen from what would look great in the meal to what would be easy to make. I mean, that's how I cook. There were quite a few vegetables in the refrigerator. What kind of vegetables go in a stir fry? Bean sprouts? Cabbage? Chives? Onions? Can you put cucumbers and lettuce in? On how I craft a nearby cutting board, but then cut them into chunks and toss them into a wok. This has gotten pretty exciting. Is it true worth of immense cooking? Hey, this is actually getting kind of fun. All of a sudden, there's a pile of vegetables in the wok. Alright, next is salad oil. Glug, glug, glug. When the salad oil, it'll be far more exciting if I fill it to the brim. A bit leaked out. Well, no point in worrying about something so minor. I think I should be worried. The great Kajima Browse cooking is exciting. Okay, let's turn on the heat. And everything goes into flames. What the? Whoosh. Salad oil filling the wok to the brim caught fire, and flames reached out to the sky. Amazing! Maybe I could be an iron chef too. What if I'm really good at cooking with fire? I'm scared. Those words were spoken by delusion. I was saying something outrageously carelessly, but when the words came out, they sort of convinced me. Yes, I'm an iron chef. Right as the crazy pile of flames started to burn the ceiling. Wait, what? I finally realized that the fabulous cooking before my eyes had culminated into an actual life-threatening disaster. What? Am I burning the house down? Wait, what? Could I have been doing something insane? Yes. The force of the flame grew stronger and stronger. What? Why is she here? What in the world are you doing? You must stop the flames this instant. Somebody forcefully stuck in the back of the head. Why are they here? When I turned around to see what was going on, to my surprise I saw the token reach and Stoko, Rika. As I stood in the window as the unexpected entrance, Satoko shoved me out of the way and turned off the gas. Then Rika got a towel soaked in the water and spread it out and placed it over the pot. She continued to soak more towels and put a second on, then a third. Once the whole bunch were piled on, the fire finally stopped. All of it had happened in a few moments. God damn it! Having avoided a huge fire by a hair's breadth, the three of us gasped for air. What are you doing in my house? I'm pretty sure you locked the door. You're trespassing on private property. Yes, well, Kaisen, you've been caught red-handed in the act of arson. It was just about to turn into a huge building fire, wasn't it? Maybe. It would be very, very sad if Keiichi was homeless after this. After pretending to be an iron chef, I finally began to take in the situation. So that's what it was really about, to set the house on fire. Is that not obvious? Just look at it. The ceiling's all salty, is it not? Chimneys are the only thing that should be sody. Toko was seriously mad at me. Maybe they saved my life. I mean, they at least saved my house. According to what they said. I was so absorbed in my fiery cooking that I hadn't noticed when Satoko and Rika-chan rang the doorbell. But they could tell someone was home, so they came in to check. Thank goodness they did! If Satoko and I hadn't come, the fire engines would have been going wee-oo right now. I mean, at least someone would be coming to save me. Keiichi-san, do you understand now how serious this was? At some point I had sat down on my knees as I listened obediently. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. You two saved my life. We thought we could come see what a fabulous dinner you made, but as we thought, it's a mess. At this rate, we won't even need to look at your bento. You mean... So you and Rika-chan came all this way just to see what I'd make for dinner? Us being mean saved your house and your life. It's not that something to take to heart. Yeah, I'm sorry, Satoko. At this point, having shown them such a disaster, I couldn't exactly make any more bluffs. I'd completely surrendered. I'm dead. Yet you tried really hard on the curry. Where did the Keiichi-san from the back then go? Jeez. I had all our underclassmen help me then and just bought entire pots from other teams. I didn't really cook anything. Keiichi-san, Yuji. There are no rules, I want to remind you. Yes, you might have been doing what our club usually does, but that was hard. That was terrible. From salt into other team's pot seems far more terrible to me. But Satoko was in control right now, so I couldn't respond. I obediently hang my head to her. By the way, Keiichi-san, it's terrible pot. This wasn't supposed to be miso soup, was it? Satoko stared at the pot, totally full of miso with an awful expression. So I really did get them on wrong? Judging by the look on Satoko's face, whatever was in the pot couldn't be called miso anymore. Forget the miso soup. The rice should be cooked just fine. They're overcooked, aren't they? Rice cookers these days are pretty convenient. It should be just about done. Meep. It's not cooked. See, the inside is still all watery. What? But I switched it on and the little light came on. Keiichi-san, the button she pushed was the timer button, okay? It's set for breakfast, so it won't turn on until tomorrow morning. Oh. That's actually pretty smart, that you have like a button like that. So then what? In the end, I don't have a side dish or miso soup? Or even rice? I couldn't make anything myself. I mean, you would have realized and made the rice eventually, I guess. It serves you right. So, have you finally realized your place? Come, admit it. Say it. I, Keiichi Maibara, am all back and much grummier cook than Satoko Hoyoji-san. I'm a terrible person and a crummier cook than Satoko. I beg your forgiveness. Beg your forgiveness, my lord. I fainted in agony. Rika-chan pat my head, satisfied at the sight. And Satoko laughed loudly in triumph. I've completely lost. I'm dead tomorrow, what the fuck? In the end, I talked big, but couldn't even make a single dish adequately. At this rate, I'll go without dinner. And tomorrow morning, no breakfast. And no bento for lunch. I didn't know how many days it would be before my parents would return. But at this rate, without a doubt, I'll starve to death. I mean, by I like bread and so, like just put butter on it or something. Like, you shouldn't be able to fuck that up, dude. Of course I'll have no bento tomorrow either. And I'm sure to get the punishment game tomorrow. Why is she just meeping? Higurashi kept on patting my head, while a smile on her face that couldn't possibly get any bigger. Satoko, completely appalled at how unsightly I looked, heaved a heavy sigh. Adult men are just so pathetic, aren't they? Come on, please move yourself out of the way. With a stop like a girl, Satoko, displeased, brushed me aside, dumped the remains of the miso soup into the sink, tidied, then began to rinse out the pot. Don't worry about it, Satoko. I can at least clean up after my own mess. I couldn't have Satoko clean up the cooking utensil I made a mess of. But when I tried to stop her, Rika-chan pulled on my clothes. Kai-chan, you can just be silent and watch. She grinned and she said, oh god, is she gonna be like amazing? Be quiet and watch? What are you saying? She meant just what she said. Kai-chan, just be quiet and leave this to me. Satoko turned around and declared seeming butter. As if to say that amateurs should keep their hands off. Her nod expression was a little scary. Leave what to you? Satoko didn't answer, instead she spun back around and began to rifle through the pots and refrigerator. Hey, wait, don't mess with them too much. You should turn the place inside out. Wait, fuck. Turn the place inside. My mom might get mad at me later. You just be quiet already. Men aren't supposed to enter the... Okay, fair enough. That was you who said that, not me. Recap. Aye, sir. Satoko snapped her fingers and Rika-chan got her tiptoes, grabbed me by the back of my neck and started dragging me away. Leaving Satoko alone in the kitchen, Rika-chan dragged me back into the living room. Come on, Rika, stop this. Let go of me already. If we leave Satoko in the kitchen, it will be a disaster. Oh, I have no confidence. Satoko came to see how she'd beat you today. It's her revenge. Revenge? Come to think of it, her face looks kinda grim. Eventually from the kitchen, there was a sound of a faucet being twisted and a stove dial being turned. Began to hear the nostalgic sound that made me envision dinner time. The refrigerator opening and closing, ingredients being cut on the cutting board. What did that mean? Was Satoko... Wait, she can cook? What? Kasia made fun of her quite a lot. Satoko wanted to show you that she can cook proper meals too. Just listening to it like this. There haven't been any sounds of blood spilling up, bursting, or explosions. How the fuck would you blow up shit? At this point, at least she'd have proven she was more skillful cook than me. In the cooking showdown with Satoko versus Kaiji Maibara, looked like victory had already been decided. I recall Satoko's slightly annoyed expression from before. I was making fun of Satoko too much today, wasn't I? Is she holding a grudge? We were just provoking each other with our usual back and forth. But I also think I maybe overdid it a bit. At the very least, I shouldn't have made fun of Satoko, who would cook for herself, when I never cooked other than for recreation before. Satoko isn't holding very much of a grudge, but she came all the way to my house and pushed her way in. She's gotta be mad. I quietly took a peek into the kitchen. She definitely looked different than her usual bird-brained Satoko. Her eyes were sharp and her movement were brisk, to the point where it was a little scary. Then she must have noticed me because she turned around and shot me an annoyed glare. I cringed in fear and hastily pulled my head back out. She's mad. Totally mad. And now she will take revenge on me. That's just Satoko being serious. She doesn't want to fail. She isn't angry or anything. How can you say she isn't angry? I've never seen Satoko be this frightening. Eiji-san, I can hear that, you know. Sorry. I jumped at Satoko's angry outburst and faced towards the kitchen. I felt exactly like a kid who had done enough something bad and gotten called to the Jesus Lounge. Why do you keep the miso? The refrigerator is too big that I don't see any of it anywhere. I'm sorry. The miso is it's in the middle of the shelf of the fridge in the back left of the lower rack. What's this? I need to close the miso package after we finish. Seriously, it's getting the insides of the refrigerator dirty, isn't it? I'm sorry. Before I can look for something to wipe it with, Satoko wiped it off with a wet dish towel. I swear, how are men so bad at cleaning up after themselves? I shudder to think that you'll become an adult like this. I couldn't suck back to Satoko today. The only thing I could do was obediently lower my head and apologize. I'm sorry. As Satoko nitpicked and I apologized, a good smell began to fill the kitchen. This is how you prepare the miso for the soup. You scoop a little out of it with the ladle and break it up with the chopsticks. It's important to add a little at a time and keep tasting it. Dumping the entire thing into the pot is absolutely outrageous. I'm sorry. I never paid attention to in home ed EC class. You're pathetic. I swear. Men. Okay, fuck you too. I cowered at her, annoyed sounding muttering. But looking at her like this, she seemed quite good at cooking. Had been overshadowed by Rina and Rika's artistic ability. Satoko's skill were clearly enough to get passing mark. Hey, if you have time to zone out like that, then you can go eat at the table. Rika and I will be eating too, so set free, please. Oh, Ned. Sorry, miss, ma'am, sir, whatever. I hastily took 3 people's worth of dishes and such from the cabinet and headed to the dining room. When I returned there, I could hear laughter from a variety show on the television. Rika-chan was sprawled out on the couch, watching television and relaxing. When she noticed me putting the dishes out on the table, she came scrambling up. Dinner time is soon. Dinner at Keiji's house. Yeah, yappa, wappa. Rika-chan, you're in a good mood. That's a pretty big difference from Satoko. Satoko isn't in a bad mood at all. She's enjoying herself more than she has in a long time. Enjoying herself? Usually? Is she enjoying being better than me that much? Is it like how she was when Nini was with her? It really has been a long time since I've seen Satoko look like she's having so much fun. Nini? What the heck is a Nini? Pretty sure it means a bro. Is it the sound a cat makes? Nini means brother. Satoko's older brother. Huh, her older brother. Huh, I see. Yeah, makes sense. His name's Satoshi. You heard his name before? Yeah, he's the guy that transferred out right before me. Satoshi Hoyo. Maybe I don't actually. At least he didn't go to our school. Satoshi, huh? Togo's older brother. That's the first time I've heard of him. She had an older brother, huh? I didn't know that. He does have one. Saying that, Rika-chan grinned even more brightly and went Nippa again. Nippa! When Satoko was with Satoshi, she always looked like she was having so much fun, just like this. It really has been a long time since I've seen Satoko enjoying herself this much. Whenever I looked at it, she seemed to be in a bad mood. But a good friend, Rika-chan, was saying that it was actually the opposite. Is she really enjoying herself? She must be remembering the time she spent with her Nini. It's nostalgic. Nostalgic, huh? Then does she live apart from Satoko? Maybe Satoko's older brother Satoshi is actually a lot older than her? Must have gone off on his own and was living by himself far away. Though seems like she got along well with this Satoshi person. She did. The two of them got along very well. She spread her arms wide to demonstrate the width of how well they got along. According to Rika-chan, Togo supported her docile, slightly unreliable older brother through nagging. That was their relationship. I see. That certainly applies to the current situation. We had me unreliably unable to cook even a single dish, probably, and Satoko who redid it while scolding me. Could Satoko have been getting a glimpse of her brother who now lived far away through me? Huh. So she would always nitpick whatever Satoshi did, but she firmly supported him and they got along very well. Today she was the one. It suggested we should go to Satoshi's house. Takaichi's house. He said there's no way the unreliable Kaiji-san could possibly make dinner. We need to go make it for him. Then she didn't come to get revenge or to get even or anything like it. She couldn't leave you alone. Even now, Satoka's a proper little sister. I was an only child, so I didn't know how it felt to have siblings. Of course, I've never had a little sister like Satoko, but I felt that in this moment, there was an older brother obediently, helplessly looking after her. Being looked after her by. Without any teasing or messing around. I'm going to give thanks to her trouble. That's how I honestly felt. Kaiji-san, do you know where on earth the ladle is? The what? It should be in the drawers on your right. I went to the kitchen, got a ladle out of the drawer and offered it to the Satoko. Oh, he actually knows what it is. That's impressive. It's all done. Have you put the bowls and things out? Yeah, I did everything you said, ma'am. Everything's okay. Then let us have our meal. Rika, it's time for dinner. I heard Rika sense. Oh, what the effervescent voice coming from the dining room. Tsuko turned off the gas flame on the stove and lifted up the pot of miso soup. Could you bring the rice cooker, Kaiji-san? Be careful not to flip it over, all right? Right, I'll be careful. I know I'm useless. I can carry rice cookers just fine without being warned about it. Jeez. Oh yeah, I thought about replying like that, but I decided not to. Oh me, Nino words so witty with thoughts today. Rice with a steam billowing from it and miso soup, as well as a handful of side dishes. But the table was a truly firm, family-oriented dinner. It wasn't weird at all or extravagant. It was a daily meal of the sort of a housewife would make. It was very nonchalant and brimming with liveliness. Then let us eat. Thanks for the food. Thanks for carrying me. As Satoko's command, Rika-chan and I both thanked her in a loud voice. I made light of you, Satoko. Oh, that's a cute picture. You've beaten me soundly. Do you have a better opinion of me now? I may still not be as good as Rika or Rina, but I can cook far better than the helpless Kaiji-san. Yeah, I know I'm useless. After I honestly admitted my defeat, Satoko's expression finally softened, and she laughed with her normal loud and cheerful voice. Oh, the rice is cooked really well. Though she used the rice cooker, it tasted a little different from the rice my mom made. Maybe she used a different amount of water for it? Even so, you could feel Satoko's personality from the rice, which made it taste better than usual. The miso soup was a little on the thick side, but it was still delicious. The side dishes, while not exactly flashy, tasted great as well. It was also appetizing. I couldn't stop eating. The side dishes are well done too. Satoko, you're not a bad cook at all. I gave my honest impression without a hint of sarcasm. Satoko seemed to have been expecting some, because when I praised her so honestly, she got flustered instead. Oh, your praise honors me, but it's nothing so grand. The side dishes are just things I bought at the store and heated up. This and this, all I did was open the can. I can only really make rice and miso soup myself. Satoko said, embarrassed, her face a bit flushed. We're both useless, but you're not as useless as me. There was none of her normal verbal abuse or sarcasm in there either. I can't make anything except rice and miso soup, but when you get ready-made side dishes and put them on the table too, it turns into something fairly splendid. My mom uses ready-made side dishes and canned goods too. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. This is a fantastic dinner. Gave her honest praise. I've never met Satoko's brother, but Satoshi would probably praise her in the same way. Well, I suppose it's enough now that you have come to realize that I can hold my own in the kitchen. Would you like seconds? There's plenty of miso soup still left. Huh? Did that brat just awkwardly change the subject? When I realized my response had been on the mark, it made me a little happy. When we eat rice like this, it's fun, like we're eating with Satoshi. Mika-chan mentioned Satoko's older brother's name again. Satoko's chopstick paused as she looked up at the ceiling. Oh, nostalgic. I wonder what he could be doing right now. He had a faraway smile as if yearning for a friend who had moved away. From how it looked, I got the impression she hadn't seen Satoshi in quite some time. Satoko realized I was giving her a blank stare. I do apologize. Satoshi's my Nini. No, my older brother. Yeah, I kind of got that from Mika. Nini must have been a nickname only Satoko used for him. It was funny to see her hastily deny it. I was rather surprised a person with such few livings has had the ability to run away. But I'm sure he'll pack up shop at some point and return out of the blue. So he ran away? Was another story to what Satoko had said so cheerfully. The reason for Satoshi not living with her was a little serious. Everyone had been talking about it in such an upbeat way, so I continued to talk about him. Should I not have broached the subject at all? I hastily took a look at Satoko's face after thinking that, but there was no trace of a gloomy expression I'd been worrying about. Well, he's not old enough to be dreaming of living on his own. Nini won't be able to do it for long anyway. He has no endurance. Satoshi may not look like it, but he's a very preserving person. He's a lot more preserving than you think. Because you always take Nini's side right away. You're a little too nice to him. Satoko is just too harsh on Nini. You should treat him more kindly when he comes back. Satoko and Rika's views regarding Nini aka Satoshi were parallel to each other. But I could easily tell that both of them really liked him. So optimistic too, even though he had run away from them. It was like they were going to see him again next week. Satoko and Rika-chan both liked Satoshi even now, and waited for him believing he would return. Never met him, but I know for sure that this Satoshi person was a really good guy. I thought Satoko would be deeply hurt by her brother running away, but she had already overcome that. She was still being an energetic little sister, always full of a whim and vigor, as if to say that her brother could come back anytime she liked. I thought that Satoko didn't think through anything and just relaxed and played practical jokes every day, and that was it. She was really... yeah. Huh? Why are you patting my head? I roughly rubbed a hand through Satoko's arm. I misunderstood you, Satoko. I didn't know you were this level-headed. Satoko seemed to think I was making fun of her and tried to bat away my hand. But when she saw it, there wasn't even a trace of malice in my face, and obedient granted me her head. Yep, Satoko's level-headed. She sure is. Aww. Been level-headed from the start. I was just playing pranks on you because you always do it to me. It was our usual provocation, but I decided not to buy into it late today. You're right. You were just doing it to go along with me. But you really were so level-headed. Good for you. Is that actually a compliment? It's kind of seems like you're making fun of me. I'm not trying to make fun of you at all. I'm seriously complimenting you. Because if I was making fun of you, Mika-chan would be petting your head too. Accurate, probably. That's right, isn't it? When Mika-chan makes fun of people, she usually pets their head. Wait, is that why she pets my head a lot? These canned sardines are delicious. Mika-chan went nip her and her smile became even brighter. Attitude was clear as day, but it was annoying cute. So both Satoko and I suddenly burst into laughter. That laughter lightened up the table. The table itself is so dull and simple that I never even thought people would be laughing like this around it. And then I finally came to realize something really obvious. Dinner is better if you're laughing while you're eating, huh? Of course it is. Laughing makes it taste better. No it doesn't. How rude. The food is good because I'm good at cooking, obviously. Yeah, right. Harmonious moment This happy circle, it was completely different than spending time with family, but still somehow nostalgic. So, do you want to see Nini? I didn't say Nini. Call him my brother, please. Hey, wait, you've been saying Nini. What's this whole time? I grinned wryly and decided to just call him brother, like she told me to. Satoko, do you want to see your brother? Vika-chan stopped eating and looked back and forth between my face and Satoko's. Satoko was smiling. She looked like she was trying to choose her words. Just from what Satoko conveyed her feelings. Honestly, she wished she would come home right now. But she wasn't that weak. Satoshi should just do what he wanted until he was satisfied. In return, she'd let him have the scolding of his lifetime. And then she'd have dinner with him and lay out his futon for him. But of course I want to see him again. It's been almost a year. It's been that long? Vika-chan smiled thinly, her eyes appearing to look far away. He was demoned away. Well, Nini can do what he wants. It would lighten my load if he came back with more muscle and knowing how to do housework, of course. See? You said Nini again. You said it. I did not. I would never call Nini. Okay. Things rapidly returned to the usual lively atmosphere of lunchtime at school. But nothing changed about Satoko's feeling towards her brother. She was living so bravely and so strongly. Hey Satoshi, your sister is trying so hard to watch the place while you're gone, isn't she? Give it a rest and come back soon, got it? Come back, bro. Satoko? It's time to clean up, or else we will get sleepy. It was when we were all watching TV while enjoying some tea after dinner. Vika-chan let out a big yawn and then spoke. Satoko and I both looked at the clock and noticed how late it had gotten. Perhaps we both realized it already. We just didn't want this warm moment to end. I mean, you can sleep on my couch. Maybe we didn't want to say anything. Oh, this will not do. I still haven't washed the dishes yet. Don't worry. Even I can do that. I'm not that useless, okay? We made quick dinner, so I can't let you do the dishes too. Sure you'll be alright. When people who are not used to it try and wash them, the soap could make the dishes slip out of their hands, you know. Come on, have a little faith. She turned into the perfect nagging little sister. It was charming and awkward. Emotions like that were all mixed up inside me. Gave her a vague, dry smile. Kaiichi can at least wash dishes. If you break one and hurt yourself, I'll give you petting at school tomorrow. Vika-chan yawned again so wide you could see her molars. The fuck is that? Is it really alright? Kaiichi-san is pretty unreliable despite how he looks. What? Give me a fucking break, bro. Looks like Kaiichi's approval rating have plummeted in Satoko's mind. Don't worry, I'll clean the fucking dishes, bro. Don't worry about it and go home. At this hour, I can't let you two go home by yourself. I'll take you home. Let me find the keys for my bike. You're taking us home, Kaiichi-san. Will be the one going home by himself. Yeah, but I'm an adult, almost. You'll be in big trouble if you get lost on the roads at night and end up in Takatsuru. There's no house allowed lights out there at all. I was trying to worry about them going home, but I didn't think they'd be worried about me getting lost. Am I really that unreliable? Come on! I must be able to do something. She really is being critical, but yeah. Guess feeling I have, it's not bad. So I ended up not needing to escort them. So Satoko and Vika-chan to the gate. Thanks for today. Thanks to you, I got a good cultural dinner. Is that then when I should bring like the leftovers to school tomorrow and then actually not lose? If Satoko hadn't come, Kaiichi would be growling and yowling right now. Truly, it really is good that we came. It really is. I mean, I would have called Rina instead, but gave them another bow filled with gratitude. Oh yes, I put the rice inside this into a container, so use that for your bento tomorrow. And for breakfast, you can eat some bread and jam. Sourdough jam and peanut butter when you're in your refrigerator on the middle shelf to the right. Cocoa powder too. That was in the upper right door of the. How the fuck does she remember all that? I know all that. You don't have to go into details. I was about to say that, but I decided to humbly listen to her. It was then that I finally realized that Satoko, who had appeared to be in a bad mood, in fact in a great one, just like Rika-chan had said. That thought she nagged a lot, she was very kind. Then good night. Make sure to brush your teeth before you go. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Have to do it for at least 5 minutes. Yes, ma'am. I got it. Brush my teeth and make breakfast for tomorrow. And I'll be sure not to forget the bento. Need to wake up earlier than usual, or you won't be able to get your breakfast or bento ready to go. If you like, I can give you a call a little earlier to wake you up instead of using your alarm clock. Come on, even I'm not that useless. I'll set my alarm clock to wake up a little earlier. Thanks for being so concerned about me. Satoko looked like she had more fault finding to do. But she stopped and leaving me with a good night, got on the bike and disappeared down the nighttime road. Rika-san went to do the same but then remembered something and came back. What's wrong, Rika? Did you forget something? You got 100 points for... Thanks, I think? What did I do? Rika-chan suddenly complimented me. She clapped her small hands. What was she on about? I mean, I didn't really do shit, but thanks, I guess. Nearly burned down the house after all. Satoko probably felt like her Nini had come home. I think she was having a lot of fun. I guess that's something. Once in a while, I want you to go along with Satoko's scolding in the future. Tell me to be like an older brother that she can scold instead of Satoshi. Rika-chan didn't say anything, she just smiled and went all Nippa. Nippa! And off. This is Satoshi's person. He has such a great little sister, so what was he unhappy about? If I was Satoshi, I would never have run away from home. Satoshi had his own circumstances, I'm sure. I didn't know what he was so unhappy with, but whatever the reason it was, no excuse for abandoning Satoko. I hope he come back soon. I probably can't play the role of her actual Nini forever, you know. It's okay, you were just like Satoshi today. Please do it again sometimes. If that's what would make Satoko happy, take on the easy road whenever I needed to. Rika! Satoko stopped her bike under the distant exterior light and called out to her friend, who wasn't coming no matter how long she waited. Okay, I have to go. Good night. Yeah, night. I can't replace Satoshi, but Katie could do it. That's one less piece of the baggage I needed to shoulder. Yeah, I guess. Leaving me with that, Rika-chan sped off on her bike. She rode up to the next to Satoko, and then the two of them disappeared in the blink of an eye. Satoshi, seriously, come the fuck back soon, okay? You come home really late. I'll punch you right in the nose. Let's try our best until the day comes, Satoko. Even if I could no longer hear the sound of the bicycles, I stood there for a while, seeing them off. Aww. Hey, Satoko's trap course. Elementary. Oh god, they're actually gonna teach me traps? That's dope. It's elementary, dear Watson. Now one thing for sure, Satoko could fend off an entire army division by holding up on this mountain. I know all about it. Satoko was appointed to the special forces of that one country. She served as an instructor training on traps. Stop saying weird things. Somebody help me. What? How did it come to this? What trap did we fall for, and how did we fall for them? Nina was caught in a profusely thin pitfall she couldn't escape from, and only her head was poking above the ground. Rina's head was completely covered by a thin bucket. She was squirming around in a vain attempt to remove it. Either of these really were funny, but that's where it ended. At least they had their feet on the ground. Okay, Chance, what about you? Think you can get out of that? Hurry up and get out so you can save this old man. You're the one who should break out and save me, Mion. What do you expect me to do with this freaking bamboo mat? I was wrapped up in a bamboo mat and hanging 2 meters above the ground. What was this trap and how did I fall into it? Huh? It was the Toko. I was startled when they suggested that I was unfamiliar with nature, having grown up in the city, and proposed a little exploration on the mountain. But Rena doesn't really know how it is back there either. Rena might get lost, huh? The mountains out back, huh? I played there a lot when I was little, but I haven't gone there for years. You get lost out there, things can get pretty dangerous. You can leave the mountain to us. The whole thing is our playground. Isn't that right, Rika? I see, how reassuring. We'll defer to you two this time and have you be our tour guides. Wait, Kaiichi-kun. Summer vacation guidebook says not to play on the mountains because you'll get lost. I mean, if they know their way around, it's fine, isn't it? It isn't summer vacation yet, so it's alright. We know the path, so there's no need to worry. The mountains have always been our playground. Our backyard. We know all the secret paths and shortcuts. Both the Toko and Rika-chan knew the path like the back of their hands. Thanks to them, we had our fill of fresh air. Gorgeous views and modern nature, the likes of which we could never see in the village. But things got strange partway through. Oh yes, everyone, I have something to say. Come here and you must follow exactly where I go. Huh? What are you talking about all of a sudden? It would be safe to do as the Toko says. Oh my, hey Michan, look at this. What is it? Did I pull it? Should I? No. Suddenly. Wait. Crash. Arena pulled a kite string, a bundle of bamboo spears fastened to a tree branch, so all came raining down with a clatter right next to where Rena was standing. What? What the fuck? What? That brings back memories. The Toko made this trap in the second semester of 2nd grade. That was a close one. The tips of the spears are covered in dog poop, so if one of them hurts you, the wound will start to fester. Wait, did this turn into some gorilla field? According to the Toko and Rika-chan, earlier in elementary school, Satoko had been on a trap-making craze and set them up along every inch of this mountain. And she remembers them all? Kaiichi-kun, maybe they didn't tell us not to go on the mountains because they'd get lost, but because it was dangerous. Ian and I both nodded wholeheartedly at Rena's hypothesis. Come now, we are hurrying on ahead. If we do not return soon, it will get dark. If it gets dark, it may be even more dangerous here. But you're the one who brought us to this crazy mountain. I was an average healthy Japanese boy like me being forced to deal with life-threatening booby traps. Boobies! And then, the very moment Satoko and Rika-chan gathered just out of sight was when the three of us all got caught in a nice little traps. Someone get me out! I have to go to the bathroom. Never mind that. Somebody get a bucket off me. I can't see in front of me. Alright, Rena, don't struggle around so much. I can see you, but... Hey, nice. You saw. Can't you go, you saw? Okay. Of course you can't see them. You may be in a bucket, but you can definitely... am I dead? Bucket Rena was using me as a sandbag as Mian was crying. I can't get out of the pitfall. How sad, how sad. Didn't I already tell you all? You weren't supposed to leave my side. Finally had an epiphany. Zoka had been so bent on taking everyone out to the mountain because she wanted to brag about all the traps she had set up over the years. She would have stopped just as showing them to us. Didn't need to experience it well firsthand. Rika-chan pets off 3 heads in sequence in an incredible satisfied mood. Guess that's the end then. Then we can end it. It was actually pretty fucking long first chapter.